Hey, welcome, best and brightest. And as John Campbell says, a warm welcome to you. Okay, remember this channel is about religion 2.0 and it's about politics 2.0. I am attempting in 100 days to get all the money out of Washington and make politics 2.0 with no more corruption. Just pass a law. Pass a law in 100 days is my goal. With religion, people are losing their religion and there's a giant God-sized hole. There is. So I am introducing religion 2.0, which is you can keep all your religions or you can keep your atheism, but it's a new definition of God. It consists that we are creating God through our children to come. Isn't that ironic that we thought God was creating us, but we are creating God? And also, evolution is creating good. So, evolution. So, God can be defined as this is an alternative way to define the secret of what God is, right? Because we all know God's not an old man in the sky. And we know there's no heaven and hell. And we kind of know there's no soul because of science. We haven't found a soul. You can damage the brain with brain injuries. You become a totally different person, and so there's no soul in there. If there was a soul that had a mind and memory and character, it would not get injured with brain. It would not with brain injuries. The soul would remain intact. So the intellect, the memory, the personality would stay intact. But brain injuries change every bit of who you are, of your memories, of your personality, of your morality, of your ethics. Brain injuries, severe brain injuries. We're talking like a spike through the brain or a bullet or something like that, or even a bump to the head can cause depression. So from that is proof that there is no soul. So there's no afterlife. Okay, there's no man in the sky. There's no heaven and hell. There's no afterlife. There's no soul. Okay, so more and more people are coming to that conclusion. In fact, 2/3 of young people are realizing that, leaving their religion. Okay, but they don't have to. They could stay in their religion. They just need to understand what God really is, the secret of what God really is. God is all the good that evolution is creating. And another aspect of God is the children, highly evolved children that are coming. Hopefully, in 300 years or whenever the children evolve to a higher godlike level. Maybe one day humans can become gods themselves. So we are creating God by evolving humans, using evolution to create good. Okay, but something started the universe and set this whole thing in motion, knowing that evolution would create the good. So we have the beginning, we have God being really three things. We have God being one, the beginning force of the universe and all matter. We haven't discovered scientifically what that is. We can never get in front of the Big Bang. So God being the beginning of physics, we have God being the good evolution is creating, and God being the godlike humans to come. The threefold definition of God 2.0, religion 2.0. So we can keep our religions. We just go into the Bible and reinterpret God meaning something a little different. And we need the wisdom in the Bible and all these stories. We need that wisdom to survive because bad times are coming. the government has spent all of our money. We're bankrupt. And the dollar will soon go to zero. Runaway inflation. Argentina, for decades, every year had 1,000% inflation. And so the poor get poor. 2/3 of the country gets homeless. So this is the politics part of it. Politics and religion 2.0. Anyway, I have to take a break from that once in a while. Let's see if we can find anything interesting here. Okay.
Was
Right.
yeah,
The panel was what?
taking a dig at what we do for a living and equating our job to our worthiness of a relationship.
Sure.
And I do totally, like, I don't personally agree with you guys' like views and opinions on it, and that's okay. But I don't think that it's fair for you to project
What is this girl doing?
your opinions on our lifestyle and then like gather information that you perceive to be true, and then when we people actually living that lifestyle are trying to tell you the truth about it, you shut down what we have to say and tell us that we're just, we don't deserve this because you say so.
Because
Well,
what's the
what
truth about it?
truth?
What's the truth about it?
What's the truth about it?
Right, because I specifically remember you saying, what makes me more deserving of, because you said I don't get the respect from the men I mentioned,
Well, yeah.
right? So,
I just used you because you were the one talking about like how you were getting cheated on
yeah,
and
but
dealing with a
I
guy
can
that
answer
was
that question for you. So the reason why you might think I didn't get respect in that situation, but either way, all of those men respect me for the simple fact that I don't put my body online. And
they
that's just
respected
the
you enough
truth.
to cheat on you.
That's a whole other situation.
Yeah, that's
The reason he cheated was
that's-
because he was sick in the head.
That's
so.
very clear that he doesn't respect you. And
I
I'm not
think-
saying that you don't deserve
Yeah,
respect
not because I'm
you
not.
do.
Yeah, but
But we also deserve respect as human beings.
I think the key is to find a man.
No, okay. This girl, what she just said was wrong. The guy cheated on her because he has a moral fault. He's a weak man that lies to people. Who likes liars? No one likes liars. Okay? So this girl got cheated on, right? And this girl's saying it was her own fault. So she is victim shaming her, which is sick. The truth is, when someone cheats, it's their fault. There's a moral fault there. They're a weak person, someone that lies and cheats. Cheating is lying, okay? No one likes liars.
So you think just because you're just because you're a
alive
picture, you don't
and
think you're gonna
breathing?
get cheated on?
No, I think the
No,
key
I
is
never
to
said
find a
that.
man who doesn't base how he respects you based on what you did in your past or what you do for work. I think your man should base how he respects you based on how you treat him and
Love
the
this girl.
relationship that you guys have together.
And
Well,
the
I
fact
think
that
a lot
you're
of men
treating
just don't want their
by
girlfriend
going out
pussy on
and
the
hooking up with a bunch of
Yeah.
other dudes is treating your
So-
man good?
People's jobs don't matter.
Is that
But
People's
it's
jobs
not
don't
hooking
matter.
up with a bunch of other dudes. It's
But
work.
you
It
just
is.
said that.
But
it's
it's
literally
by
going
the
to
way,
sleep with
people's
multiple other
occupation
people.
that they do
I don't
every
think
single
the
day
partner
doesn't
feels
matter to
secure
the
about
person that
Layla,
wants to spend the
stop
rest of their
being
life
degenerate.
together.
No, I don't think.
This girl's brilliant. These girls, I swear, half the trouble with our culture, with our left-right debates, is the left side does not understand definitions of words, and they're very loose with definitions of words, and so they just talk and talk and talk, and are not precise with word definitions, and it causes a lot of problems because people that are brilliant know the definitions of words, and they can see how they're messed up. Their minds are messed up, and their language is messed up because they're not smart. They don't have a grasp of words definitions.
That when you're looking
I'm talking exact definitions. Brilliant minds have a hard time with leftists using language, concepts incorrectly.
to date, when you're looking to date and the person you're looking to date happens to be a sex worker, like, you have no right to have an opinion on what they do for work and continue seeing them.
I mean,
What?
You know? Like,
they
if-
wouldn't
Oh.
want to continue seeing you. They just want to fuck you and then.
Okay, this girl is this whole thing, she's not interested. I don't know. Is she just getting paid to wear this hat? Look at this hat with a spike on, an English hat. Oh boy. Is that the Beefeater's hat in London? The guards of the Queen.
And
just fucking and being good.
I know, that's cool. That's cool.
and that's why it works out good.
I know, that's why.
Have you guys ever been in love?
Wait, okay, so I'm gonna have me and Hugh come in on this.
You can go first.
Okay, so well, first I just have a question for the three girls here who do adult content. So, do you think after, and some of you have been in it from fairly young, but do you think your romantic prospects are better now that you do adult content, or do you think they're worse?
Better.
I actually have had way better. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Nick. He's gonna start like screaming at me. But the relationships I have now that I've had ever since I quit porn or whatever, like I was only in there for like 2 months, but I genuinely love them so much better than relationships I had before I did porn. And that's just me, but yeah, I mean, I guess it was good for me in a way.
Yeah, I think doing porn for me, because like I'm a very like sexual person. I love sensations. I'm very like curious about like new experiences in life, and like I'm very like horny. So I think that me doing porn really weeds out a lot of the people that like wouldn't, you know, be compatible with me simply because I do what I
Thank
do
you,
for work.
AD check.
And I don't appreciate a partner who is going to judge and like treat other people meanly based on what other people do in their own lives.
Okay, so dating prospects better.
Yeah.
What about?
Wow. Okay. Well, a lot of people make porn a giant deal. Porn is a small deal. Unless it's causing real world effects, like if it's causing infertility, excuse me, sexual dysfunction, if it's causing the guy not to be able to perform, then porn becomes a big issue. Or if there's, you know, too much, if it's interfering with your work, it becomes an issue. But other than that, it's really not an issue. People should not exaggerate the problems with it.
I think my approach to dating is a lot better. Yes, I agree with you
That's
guys.
not the question.
Okay, but let me get to my point. But I agree with you guys that it is.
I don't know, the host is so annoying. He's not sophisticated. He's not cultured and really not that intelligent, but he's a little rude. It's okay to be dumb, but he's a little rude, the way he interrupted her.
Most likely, and if not indeed, much slimmer selection of people that are wanting to be with me because of my profession, but because of my job, I have a lot firmer boundaries and an understanding of what I'm looking for in a partnership, and I have a clearer vision of dating and my expectations with that. And I think that helps me when I'm talking to potential people to be in relationships with, because I know what I'm looking for and I can clearly communicate my boundaries, my feelings, my thought, what I'm looking for, and most people can't do that.
I think also like our sexuality not being tethered to who we're dating is very empowering and like frees up a lot of mental space to feel like needed or like sexually good in a relationship.
Okay.
I just don't understand the psyche.
Yeah, I don't understand how, like, so right, we've kind of came to the agreement that most men don't want to date porn stars, so you have a whole big group of men. Now, if all of these ones don't want to date porn stars, you're going to get the bottom barrel men. So your dating
No one's
prospects
saying it's
are
the
worse.
bottom barrel. It's just the smaller portion of men that are okay with it.
I don't think it's okay to call anyone the bottom of the barrel. I think all humans are humans, and like if I like one
So
that you don't like, that's okay, but you shouldn't say.
Shouldn't call. She's not calling a specific person bottom of the barrel. She's saying that in general, a lot of guys don't want to date porn stars. Maybe a lot of guys do. Maybe 10% do, 50%. I don't know. That's all she's saying. she's not calling a particular person a bottom of the barrel, but these girls, these porn stars, are the ones that do show their bottom, stick their bottom up in the air like a barrel.
The bottom of the worst people, just because they like me. Sorry, just because someone likes me doesn't mean that they're
Okay,
just,
we
like,
don't
gross
need to
or silly.
relitigate her choice of words when it came to the bottom of the barrel thing. So,
Okay.
so is your kind of position that, like, do you object to guys not wanting to date you because of your work? I think most, at least I would hope most women who are in the adult entertainment industry have some degree of self-awareness, and it's like, yeah, there are going to be men that aren't going to want to date me because of the type of work I do.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely aware of that. I was aware of that before getting into the industry, that would be a result of what I do for a living. But like she just said, most men don't want to date me because of what I do for work. But even before I did porn,
Okay, guys. I'll explain porn here for you. No one is saying these things. That's why I have to say these things. I hate having to say these things, but if your porn use is not causing a problem for anyone, then it's not a problem. If it's not causing a problem for you, and it's not causing a problem for your family and the people around you and your work, then it's not a problem. Everything has to have real world effects for it to be a problem. Or a huge problem anyway. Maybe it's a tiny problem, but it's not the end of the world, okay? It shouldn't break up families. And people should not be ostracized or disliked because of that, because of porn.
want to date most men. Most men that are out there are not up to my expectations.
Well, what are your expectations?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I'm a person, and just because you guys don't respect me, I would never want to date you guys because you don't have basic respect for other human beings. I would want someone that can view someone and respect them despite what they do for a living or despite what other...
Okay. What often happens here, what's happening here is the left thinks you're talking about them or an individual. The right is talking concepts, principles, categories, which is ethics and morality, which is the highest, reaching for the very highest. And the left is talking people and my feelings and don't call me a dirty name. The right is not calling anyone a dirty name. The kindest people on the planet are religious people on the right. Most of them. If they're following the teachings of Jesus, I mean, Jesus' best friends were women that were had some bad reputations. So, and Jesus stopped a woman from being stoned because she had committed adultery. So, most religious people are the kindest people on the planet, and they are talking about categories and concepts and ethics and morality and the very highest thing to point towards. But the left is always assuming, oh, they're talking about me, they're going to hate me, they're going to discriminate against me, they don't like me. Nothing could be further from the truth. So a lot of this is lost in translation, and a lot of it is by people that have not memorized the dictionary, people that have not been extremely educated on the meaning of words, the proper definition, and people that have not been trained in reaching for the highest, which is what a religion does.
People think about that.
Is it disrespectful to not want to pursue something romantically or sexually with someone who's engaged in sex work?
No, absolutely not. But I think
Okay.
it's disrespectful to project like eternal loneliness and damnation on that person because of what they do.
I don't think anybody here, at least not me, maybe somebody else at the table might have said something a bit more.
I think that
Biblical.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that calling our dating pool the bottom of the barrel is definitely
was that you,
code
Emily, or
for
was
us
that-
not
That was me.
being
That was me.
eternally lonely.
That was me, and I'll still stand by it. Yeah, I think.
Well,
it's-
I mean, it's just statistically correct because when we talk about how men don't want to date a porn star, that already just lowers your chances of the men that want to marry you.
But would they
Right.
fuck us? Like, would
Anybody would want to
That's
fuck
not a
because
gut
men would
feeling.
just
Yeah.
fuck anything.
I think that's where the resentment comes from.
But also,
No,
like,
it's
we are
not where
also
resentment comes from,
unbothered
because
because
any man would fuck me
Yes.
too, just like how any man would want to fuck you.
They'd fuck
Wait.
me way better.
They
Wait,
fuck you
what?
better.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, say it again. Say it again. Go
Oh,
ahead.
you're so
I was like, they'd
cool.
fuck me way. No, I think I
Okay.
fuck back.
You what?
I
Okay.
think I fuck back.
Did you
But
say
then
they-
see, this
did
is
you-
the
wait, hold
only
on.
good
They
thing
fuck me
about
better
you.
than
You want a
fuck
medal?
back.
Everything
Okay,
that comes
guys,
out
I
of your
give
mouth
up.
is just about
I give up. This is not very funny, and too many F words. All right, I'm signing out. Bye bye. Best and brightest.